Sometimes it seems that a sale is the most delicate thing in the world. Like building a sandcastle among the waves, it can be hard to construct your sales foundation and all the parts when you are constantly buffeted by destructive forces. Every sale results from the buyer's emotions and relies to some extent on seduction, usually the buyer's self-seduction, but sometimes courtesy of the sales rep. As a result, just like the first kiss gets thwarted by the goofy sidekick in every romantic comedy, a sale can get frustrated if you don't know what to watch out for. Here are 3 surefire ways to lose the sale you were certain you had, and how to avoid that catastrophe. Cause £1. Bringing up the past. Easily the fastest possible method for losing a sale is remind the prospect of a negative experience in his past. Saying something that triggers negative emotions is an absolute seduction killer, even when the negative emotions surround a competitor. Every buyer has had negative buying experiences. Just think of the last time you had to deal with an airline or cable company. It's exasperating and frustrating. It brings up the rage they felt after dealing with the 20th automated phone tree in a row. And through the magical psychological process of transference, the prospect is going to get his revenge, after all, on you. BBB, the buyer's business biases. This includes all his likes and dislikes. You can be sure that 99 times out of 100, you'll strike gold. You'll gain information that you can use to reassure him of in your presentation, and also to steer far clear of when you close. Bonus tip. What should you do if you do accidentally bring something up you didn't know about? A winning salesperson is not servile or apologetic or groveling. Quite the contrary. Nobody wants to do business with a low self-esteem loser. Instead, a winning salesperson is strong, enthusiastic and confidence-inspiring. You stick to the benefits of your product and you back up your claim with evidence. As for the negative emotions, you need to channel those into a story for why your product is different. Cause £2. Here's what it won't do. We've all seen this one happen, and it always occurs for the same exact reasons: lack of preparation and training. Consider the last time you were unlucky enough to stop by a big box store. You see a tablet you might be interested in. You investigate. One of the sales consultants, in his too tight polo shirt, walks up to you. And what does he say? From the very beginning, it's all about what the tablet won't do. If it's an iPad, it's how it doesn't run Android apps. If it's Android, it's how it's not as good as the iPad. And if it's a Microsoft tablet, woo boy, you won't be able to get him to shut up about why it's a bad choice. Either that, or the employee takes for granted that you want to hear about problems with tablets in general. But you aren't dumb. You know about different operating systems, and you thought they were able to do a lot of different things. What you don't want or need to know is how most people expect tablets to be just as powerful as a desktop computer, or how most purchasers really expect far too much from their tablet. You want to know what this tablet will do, not what it won't. So what do? You leave and go buy one from Amazon. Telling a prospect that your product will not do this or that, provided he isn't the one who raised the issue, is a slam dunk for making sure you don't get the order. Why does it happen? Because many salespeople only know a few positive things, and they want to bring you around to what they know. They aren't prepared to talk about an Android tablet, because they have an iPad, and they can't be bothered to learn. They have a sales comfort zone, and they're sure as hell going to stay there. This is one of the crucial roles of training. Teach your salespeople and proposal writers to linger on the benefits that the prospect will get, although going on and on about the negatives, because they want to talk about something else, or because they'll make more commission upselling, is the worst offense. There are others. Talking only about technical aspects, vague generalities, and unsubstantiated claims all spell out the kiss of death too. Bonus tip. What should you do if directly asked about shortcomings? Nobody expects your product to do everything, and to do it for free. If your product isn't as good as someone else's in a particular way, admit it. Tell the prospect that the other product is also a fine machine, but that yours is the better choice for the following 3 reasons, and then be prepared to talk about what those reasons are. After you are done, the concern will have faded away, and the prospect will be left with a clear, positive picture of how your product will contribute to his success. Cause 3 pounds. Lack of fluency. At risk of violating cause 1 pound above by bringing up a negative experience, think back to when you were learning a foreign language in high school. What does it mean to be fluent? It means you are able to clearly communicate your ideas to another person. With language fluency, it's getting your thoughts across to someone clearly in a foreign language. Proposal writing and selling generally requires fluency too. Writing a persuasive proposal is the art and science of influencing the thoughts, feelings, and actions of another person. To do what? To think the way you want them to think, to feel how you want them to feel, and to take action by buying your product. You need to instill in the prospect confidence in your product. You need to remove doubt, like a skilled surgeon removes a tumor. You need to build in him a fortress of conviction that buying your product will pay off many times the cost. Does the prospect want you to do this? Yes and no. Yes, he knows he has a problem he wants to solve or a desire he wants to fulfill. But no, he doesn't want to be a sucker or bring more trouble and hassle into his life. And so he listens to everything you say and he weighs it and he judges it and he examines it like a detective, prepared to spring on any minuscule objection and blow it up until it can serve as a rational cover story for his emotional fare, and he doesn't buy. Both in proposal writing and direct sales, one of the surest ways to lose the sale is to show that you don't fully understand it yourself. You see where this is going. In retrospect, do you believe anything else she said? Nope. She clearly lacks fluency in the product she's selling. You immediately reclassify everything else she said as marketing fluff and you move on. Same thing in a proposal. I constantly see these vague descriptions and generalities that could be describing any company in the world. Cutting edge, innovative products, leading customer service, blah blah blah. The proposal lacks fluency in its own company and its own products. The proposal writer doesn't really know what it will do for the client, so he just shoves in a bunch of boilerplate. No fluency, no sale. Bonus tip. How can you make your proposals more fluent? Start by killing the boilerplate. Now take the time to talk to your company's subject matter experts. Ask them to explain what the product does like they were telling their nephew. Once you have the general idea, ask about the specifics. If you're designing complicated engineering projects, you don't need to know about every valve and hose. The client will expect you to talk to the engineer about that. But you better be able to communicate the benefits of your product clearly, or you can expect to lose the sale.